Today on the newscast, the city of David is revitalizing a site that was known in the Bible as hell. We head to Jerusalem for an up-close look next. Hey folks, Erick Stakelbeck here. Welcome to the Watchman Newscast. If you watch us on a regular basis, you know that the city of David, ancient Jerusalem, is one of my favorite places in all of Israel. The team at the city of David, including our good friend Zev Orenstein, who you'll see in a minute, is doing incredible work bringing the Bible to life today. And folks, I believe that when you combine the truth of the Bible with irrefutable scientific and archaeological evidence, you've got an unbeatable combination. That's exactly what the city of David is doing today, along with, of course, the Israel Antiquities Authority. We're going to show you the city of David's latest project. It's a Watchman exclusive. I was there recently with Zev in Jerusalem at the Hinnom Valley. Does that name ring a bell? Folks, it did not have a positive connotation in the Bible, needless to say. As a matter of fact, it was called, another name for it was Gehenna, which translates into hell. Well, guess what? The city of David is revitalizing this place that has a very notorious history and is bringing light to the darkness. We're going to go there in a second, but up first, did you know that Israel is home to over 160,000 Holocaust survivors today? Unfortunately, 1 out of every 3 of these survivors live below the poverty line. And instead of living their last years in dignity, they struggle with hunger and loneliness on a daily basis. Thankfully, our good friends at Meir Panim are stepping up to help. They've set up a Holocaust Survivor Day Center in Israel. It's a place where each Holocaust survivor receives daily meals and the opportunity to socialize with friends and enjoy life. They've certainly earned it after what they've been through. And for many survivors, the Dimona Holocaust Survivor Day Center has become like a second home. Folks, you see the URL there on your screen. In honor of International Holocaust Remembrance Day, which is coming up on January 27th, please visit mayorpanim.erickstakelbeck.com to donate to Meir Panim and help bless these Israeli Holocaust survivors. They need our support now more than ever. And I can't think of a better way to fulfill the biblical mandate found in Genesis 12:3 to bless Israel than by blessing Holocaust survivors. Well, the Hinnom Valley in biblical times was anything but a place of blessing. Again, it was known as hell. And folks, it's a place where pagan worship, even child sacrifice, took place. But today, the city of David, ancient Jerusalem, is taking the Hinnom Valley, revitalizing it, and bringing light to the darkness. It's a fascinating story. Let's go there now with our good friend, Zev Orenstein.
Great to see you, my friend.
Great to see you, my friend. Great to be back with you here in Jerusalem.
That's right.
Amazing place today that you're going to show us. A lot happening here. It's alive, it's vibrant, there's action here, but it wasn't always so alive. Tell us about where we are right now and why it's so important.
So we're standing right now here in the Hinnom Valley. Now, this is a place that I bet many of your viewers, they may not know what the Hinnom Valley is, but they've heard of a place called Gehenna.
Yes.
Now, what's Gehenna? Gehenna? Hell. We are standing in Gehenna right now. Now you might wonder, how could a place that looks like this, you got the lush green, the waterfalls, paradise, how is this hell? So first, what is Gehenna? Gehenna actually comes, it's a play of the Hebrew for the name of where we are right now. The Hebrew name for this place, the Hinnom Valley, in Hebrew is Gei Ben Hinnom. Now, if you take those words and just smush them together, that becomes Gehenna.
Okay.
Right? Now, to orient ourselves, Just to the north of us, literally about a 5-minute walk, is the city of David, the place where Jerusalem began, the historic site of biblical Jerusalem. A little bit north of the city of David is Mount Moriah, the Temple Mount, the Western Wall, the Old City. We also got the Mount of Olives over here, Mount Zion. We are in the heart of biblical Jerusalem, where the kings of the Bible ruled, where the prophets of the Bible were preaching. So this sounds like a really holy place.
Yeah.
What makes this hell? And the answer is really simple. The Bible, there's one thing we know God hates: idolatry. And the Bible goes through different forms of idolatry. You got Baal, the storm god. You have Asherah, which is a different form of idolatry. And then you have the most evil form of idolatry, which is Molech. You heard of Molech?
Yes. I'm thinking child sacrifice.
That's right. We're talking about some 2,700 years ago, Manasseh, son of King Hezekiah. King Hezekiah, of course, direct descendant of King David, one of the most righteous kings of the Bible. And yet, in this case, the apple fell a little bit far from the tree, right? Because Manasseh, who rules for 54 years, the longest ruling king in the kingdom of Judah, he was the most wicked king, perhaps in all the Bible, right up there with Ahab. And one of the things that he brings to Jerusalem is the Molech form of idolatry. Over here, in this area where you have all the beautiful trees, the gardens, the waterfalls, some 2,700 years ago, you had something else. You had an enormous tower. And what would happen? Parents and children would climb up this tower. And then in front of the tower, there was a giant fire pit. And one of two things would happen. There's a little bit of a debate. Both are evil. The parents would then either take their kids and either throw them into the fire or through the fire. But either way, parents are essentially sacrificing their children to a fire god here in Jerusalem, just a few feet away from the city of David, a few feet away from the Temple Mount, Mount Moriah, when the temple was standing.
And a few feet away from where we are standing right
That's
now.
right.
Zev, it is hard to believe as we're talking about this, to look out at this beautiful area in Jerusalem and think that literally children were sacrificed here. And during the time of the first temple, no less, as you mentioned, Solomon's temple was just a stone's throw away when all of this was going on.
That's right. One of the beautiful things, and we're going to talk about it a little bit more as we get a little bit deeper into where we're standing right now, is that today it's a place of life, right? That once upon a time, this was a place of death, of destruction, of evil. And one of the things that we're trying to do here, through all the projects that the city of David is involved in, is bring Jerusalem, its heritage, back to life. But in this case, what we're bringing back to life is not the idolatry, is not the child sacrifice, but is the building, the planting, the growing, making this a place where young people, older people can come and celebrate the heritage of Jerusalem.
Yeah, I think this is kind of a microcosm of the state of Israel, how the land has been reborn, and now this area, the Valley of Hinnom, which again, like you said, was used for evil. And not too long ago, by the way, there was other things going on here that weren't too savory, but now it is a positive place. It's booming and good things are coming here. We're going to talk about all of it today. Do you want to lead the way down into the valley? Let's go. Zev, this looks like olive trees.
That's right.
Before us. What are we about to do?
So this ancient olive tree over here, you can see we're in the season. And so what we're going to do right now is something very biblical. Because the Bible tells us that the land has 7 species that are particularly unique, singular, blessed here in the land of Israel. One of them, of course, is olives, olive oil, right? And so what we're going to do right now is you, my friend, are going to make some biblical, Jerusalem-grown olive oil.
That's exciting.
So, first thing you got to do here, grab some olives off that tree.
Thank God I'm 6'5", which helps. Let's see. Got some good ones. Black olives. This would be very good on a pizza.
Right?
Let's see. Okay. Okay, I'm going to hand these to you, Zev, because I know we need more to make olive oil.
So everything that I'm taking out of this bag came from this tree.
Okay.
And you're standing now by an ancient olive press.
Wow.
And this is what we've been doing in this land, literally for thousands of years, going back to the time of the Bible.
Amazing.
So I'm not going to do all the work here. we brought you here. You're the talent.
So called.
So let's go. Get after
it. Man, look at this.
Got to put some muscle into it.
Some muscle, that's right.
Got to go around a couple times, crush those olives.
Yeah, like your forefathers did 3,000 years ago.
That's right. Well, yours also.
Here we go, and mine too. That's true. That is true. But it's a little more significant, a little more special doing it in Jerusalem.
And you know, you think of like the anointing of Solomon, the way the kings in the Bible would be anointed was with olive oil.
Olive oil.
You think of the Hanukkah festival. All right, so what we're going to do now, we're going to take these olives that you crushed, and we're going to put them in this sack over here.
And anyone, by the way, anyone coming here, visitors, are going to be able to do this.
In olive season.
Oh, incredible.
Right? That's how it works here. You got to come at the right time of year.
Hands-on people will have a lot of fun doing this.
That's
and again, stepping into the pages of the Bible.
That's
this is how it was done.
When you're in the place where the Bible happened, the words of the Bible come to life. This is going to be the same type of olive oil from the time of the Bible. All right, you can take this now.
Okay, great.
Okay, and we're going to walk over here.
Now this is an olive press.
There you crush the olives, and this is what is going to bring out the oil, bring out the best of the olives.
Okay.
So you're going to go clockwise.
Clockwise, gotcha.
And pretty soon what you're going to see, once you put enough pressure there it is.
I see it. I'm going to dip my bread in this when we're finished.
Look at that.
And there it is, folks.
There's got some olive oil.
Got some olive oil. You bring the bread, I've got the oil. We'll have a good meal afterwards.
You know, one of the things also people do here, they bake pita bread from fresh flour grown and ground here in the Hinnom Valley Biblical Park. So you got your olive oil, you break your pita, and you got za'atar growing over here.
Yeah.
That's it, you're good to go.
You know, the kids will love this too. I mean, it's a family-friendly experience. And that's one of the great things about it. Kids will love this, making olive oil. There's animals here as well, donkeys. A lot of great things happening.
In a place that used to be not so family friendly.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, think about it. Kids here are like, oh, we're going to the Hinnom Valley. They're like, oh no. Like, I guess we're not going to see Billy anymore.
Right.
But now it's, kids like coming here, right? Yeah. Parents, grandparents, this is it. Bringing the Bible to life.
Yeah, there's really a spirit of joy here. I felt it when I walked in, Zev. Just your team here as well is incredible. Everyone's welcoming. There's really a sense of excitement in the air because you're building something special here.
That's right.
And God's in it. Thanks again to our good friend Zev Orenstein for that fascinating up-close look at what the city of David is doing in what used to be a God-forsaken place, but which the city of David is reclaiming for God Almighty today. Hey, if you like those clips and you want to watch our entire show from the Hinnom Valley, you can visit tbn.org, find it there. It was episode 245 of The Watchman, or you can become a premium member here on the Watchman News Channel. Just go to our homepage and click join, and you can sign up for premium membership, which means you will get the exclusive first look at every episode of The Watchman Show before it hits the air on TBN, and with exclusive behind-the-scenes commentary from yours truly, so we encourage you to check that out. More tomorrow from the Hinnom Valley, including how it ties in to the Shemitah year. So stay tuned for that Saturday clip here on the channel. Until then, thanks for joining us. God bless you. And remember, never hold your peace. Hey everyone, thanks for checking out the Watchman Newscast. If you enjoyed this episode and want to see more, make sure you go ahead and hit the like button, click subscribe, and tap the bell icon to turn on notifications for new Watchman Newscast episodes every weekday.